following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Wrestling Theology Heavyweight Championship, being officiated by referee Max Recon.
Rich, you made this match after Calvin Tankman defeated Anthony Toatelli. Anthony Toatelli surviving a 59-plus minute match against this man, Shane Mercer, but Calvin Tankman took advantage of the title opportunity he had following his victory at the Blizzard Brawl. And unfortunately, Anthony Toatelli re-injured his ribs in that match with Shane, or in the following match against Calvin. But ultimately, the effect is the same. Injured and unavailable to compete here this evening.
Well, actually, this is Calvin. I don't know why he's coming out first here. There must have been a mix-up. But,
normally the champion entering second, but Calvin choosing to do things his way.
And he does not look happy about coming out first.
You know how much crap this is? Do you see what this is? This means I'm the champ. That means I come out last because I'm the main event. I'm the main. Disrespectful.
To your point, Calvin expressing his clear displeasure with the turn of events here.
Well, you know, we do have a new guy in the sound booth, and not sure what happened there. Maybe it was a mix-up on my end. I don't know. Maybe I had it on the notes incorrectly that he was to come out first. I do apologize to Calvin if that was a mistake that we made.
On a different, more positive topic, we'd like to send get well wishes to Anthony Toatelli. Unfortunately, while he's been injured, a little bit of good news in his life. Congratulations, he and Kinsey's had their baby, so congratulations to the Toatellis.
Yes, and of course, Anthony Toatelli is due for a rematch. Now, he was just unable to compete after the last showing when Calvin came off the top rope onto his ribs. And as you know, back in the summer of last year, he had some injured ribs and was off the shelf for a little bit. And those were re-injured, re-aggravated. But if he's available and ready to compete at our April 12th show at Reckless, Anthony will be wrestling the champion, whoever that may be, after this match.
Fans, you heard it here first. Anthony Toatelli, if he's healed, will have a championship opportunity at Wrestling Theology Fellowship presents Reckless on April the 12th.
Can you imagine a third match between Shane Mercer and Anthony Toatelli?
I could, and I can't wait to see it, but I'm certain Anthony would love to get his hands on the man who, in his mind, stole the WTF championship. Shane Mercer, the Iron Demon, coverage in Sports Illustrated when he picked up a section of bleachers at a different independent show. Fortunately, there's nothing quite so large here at the Mercy Road Church, unless perhaps Shane wants to lift the entire ring.
Fortunately for Calvin, anyway.
Right you are, Rich.
Although he could maybe, I don't know, do you think he could lift Calvin?
Well, we've seen him body slam Drew, so.
Calvin's bigger than Drew.
Calvin Tankman, a man that we, the collective we, know very well. A man who found an opportunity to rise to the top. But you're forgetting one thing, Calvin. All the hard work you've done in your career to hold that title got you nowhere until your opponent did all the work for you. Now I, the golden ticket Jason Saint, am going to allow the beautiful Nikki Campbell to do the proper introduction.
Being accompanied to the ring by the golden ticket, Jason Sin, he weighs in at 227 pounds. From his own personal hell, he is the Iron Demon, Shane Mercer!
And introducing his opponent.
He thinks he is, but this means it's my show. First off, y'all are disrespectful because the champ always comes out last. For some reason, this guy's getting treated like a champ, and I'm getting disrespected in my own house. Now, announce me after I say that.
Calvin still voicing his displeasure about the entrance arrangements.
And introducing his opponent, weighing in at 357 pounds, from Indianapolis, Indiana. He is heavyweight hustle. He is indestructible. He is the wrestling theology heavyweight champion, Calvin Tankman.
And the look of disdain towards the camera and the fans here at the Mercy Road Church.
He almost doesn't want to give that belt up, did he?
Just shooting icy daggers at Shane, Max, Zane, you.
Me?
I saw him at the press conference.
Holding up the belt of truth for all to see.
Max Recon looking to get things underway here. Max calling for the bell.
All right. This should be a good one.
Do me a favor. Shut up! Make me! Come make me! Do me a favor! Put a shirt on. I ain't trying to bruise up my knuckles.
Calvin taking time to pose for pictures with Mr. Hoyer at ringside.
Won't you show me what you're about, heavyweight hustle? Come on.
A lot of jaw jacking going on.
Wait a minute. What? GC Dub. This is WTF. I think you're confused.
Fans are confused where they are, apparently.
And Calvin, I think he's getting under Shane's skin a little bit. Time will tell if that is a good or bad strategy. Calvin
Clean
with a
break.
clean break, yeah.
They look nice. Do they actually work?
Shane is a little taken aback by it, it looks like. I think he was expecting a cheap shot or something.
Collar and elbow tie up. Jockeying for position. Calvin is strong, but backing Shane into the corner. Oh, just manhandling Shane in the corner.
One more time. Check for him as much as you want. It ain't gonna help.
Calvin continuing the trash talking and making light of Shane's workout regimen. You know, if it can get Shane off his game and make him make some mistakes, it's not a bad strategy. But, Rich, it certainly wouldn't be in my game plan to make Shane Mercer angry. And here we go. Shane Mercer, step by step, backing Calvin into the corner. Shane offering a clean break, and Calvin just slaps Shane in the face, possibly scratching him in the eye.
Well, you know, I was just going to say slapping him in the face isn't going to do much to Shane Mercer. It's more disrespect than anything else.
Absolutely. Just punching him in the ribs, maybe going for a liver shot.
Yeah, right down there in the breadbasket.
Irish whip, clothesline ducked, big leapfrog.
Whoa.
Shade following up with a tremendous drop kick, and Calvin's rocked. Clothesline on the ropes. Big head of steam. Calvin cutting Shane off with a knee to the midsection. Body slam over the shoulder. Shane drops down and just shoves Calvin out of the ring.
Calvin taking a seat at ringside.
Knocking over a can's beverage.
That would be a soda.
Oh! Just yanking Calvin head first in that support pillar. Solid steel. Rich, you could hear that dull clang.
Calvin's face going right into the hardest part of the ring.
Absolutely. Fans at ringside, be careful. Ah, big chop. Big forearm. Another big chop. Calvin going for another one. Oh, Calvin with the big windup. Shane ducking out of the way. Calvin striking.
Whoa.
Oh.
That's a jumping sidekick.
Followed up with a super kick. And fans getting out of the way as Calvin collapses in the ringside area. Calling for the fans to move.
We've seen this before from him.
Shane picking up the head of steam. 360 degrees. Calvin had it spotted and just headbutted Shane Mercer. Shane collapsing on the concrete floor.
And he headbutted him so hard that he almost knocked himself over.
Calvin breaking the referee's counts. You know, Rich, that might have been a strategic mistake. The title does not change hands on count out.
Calvin's going to make
chop.
the run.
Taunting the fans, just a Greco-Roman thumb to the eye. Count broken.
Calvin better hurry up and get in the ring, or he's not going to take the winner's purse home.
That's a fair point. That would be incentive for him not to go for the count-out victory. Big knee to the midsection. Lifting Shane Mercer a good foot off the mat. Watch this, just yanking Shane up by the beard to give him a clubbing blow to the chest.
I am the world heavyweight champion. I do what I want.
Calvin has to take his mouth guard out to do trash talking, Rich. That's how committed he is.
To the trash talking.
Yes. Shane making him pay. Series of chops and right hands to the jaw. Shane going for a body slam. Can't quite get him up. Calvin making him pay.
That would have been impressive for sure. Had Shane been able to pick him up and body slam him. Calvin having his fun with Shane now.
Going for a rear chin lock, clasping his hands together and switching sides.
Ref's got to get in there and make sure that he doesn't turn that into a chokehold.
I mean, with arms that big, Rich, how can you tell?
Yeah, I mean, especially when he tries to turn away from the referee. And
to Max's credit, he floated over and
look, I
him.
think that right there is turning into a choke there.
Yep, beneath the chin, but Shane Mercer, right hands, lefts, and elbows.
He's feeling it from the fans here.
And Calvin cutting him off. Just a stomp to the sternum. Off the ropes.
Oh, missed
leaping
it.
leg drop. And when you don't connect with your opponent, you land on your hip. That sends a shock right up your spine.
And the ring
And
canvas.
Shane Mercer's got
Holy
Calvin up.
cow.
Big body slam. He
Jeez.
body slammed Calvin Tankman.
Now all he's got to do is the big boot and the leg drop.
Crowd calling for another. Oh, my word.
I'd like to see another for sure.
And it's amazing Calvin was able to get back up after that. Tremendous combination. Calvin getting the better of it, shoulder tackling Shane Mercer down. I still can't believe Shane Mercer body slammed Calvin Tankman. 2 count, Shane kicking out.
Are you kidding me?
Calvin's losing his composure here.
Yeah, Calvin arguing with the referee. You got to wonder, what's it going to take to keep Shane Mercer down? I mean, he took Totally to 59 minutes, a 30-minute draw the month before.
Absolutely. Toatelli winning when Shane Spinneroonie.
Holy crap, what's he doing?
Shane Mercer going up to the top rope, cutting off Calvin Tankman, and doing a belly-to-belly overhead suplex from the top rope.
Wow.
Can you believe it?
Let's take a look at that again.
Oh, my word.
Wow.
Max Recon counting both competitors down.
What a belly-to-belly suplex off the top rope. Made it to an 8 count. Looks like 9. And Mercer is up and Calvin
Calvin's
is
up.
up.
Big forearm. Big chop. And that just seems to be making Shane more angry. More energy. Vicious overhand chop.
He's impervious to pain.
Even as you can see the chest turning red from all the chops. I mean, if I'm Calvin, I might be starting to get worried at this point. Big clothesline, and Calvin's rock onto the ropes. He would have fallen over if he couldn't have got the ropes.
Is he going to take him outside? Is he going to clothesline him out of the ring or something?
Big back elbow off the ropes, clothesline to the back. Knee to the midsection. Front face lock. Is he going for a suplex?
I don't think he's going to be able to stall it if he does. Holy cow!
Big suplex.
How is this ring still up?
Did you get the extra rental insurance on the ring, Rich?
Well, I mean, we do reinforce it every time we got Calvin and Mercer in the ring.
The fans are saying that there was a 3 count, but the referee counted 2. Calvin back to his feet. Shane not resting on his laurels, pressing his advantage. Chops and forearms. Running in. Glancing drop kick, flip back. I don't even know what to call that, Rich. But Calvin taking advantage, twisting out the short arm clothesline. Up at a fireman's carry. Ramming into the turnbuckle. Oh my, flipping him off into a powerbomb combination. 2 count though, Shane Mercer kicks out. And now, Calvin is beside himself. Calvin thought he had him. Calvin must be thinking to himself, what do I have to do to put this man down? Shane with the fireman's carry. Calvin floating over. Oh, my.
Low blow intentionally right in front of the referee.
Max Recon with no choice but to call for the bell.
Well,
and Rich,
he doesn't get to go home with the winner's purse.
The winner of the match by disqualification, Shane Mercer.
Unfortunately, Calvin survives to be the champion for another day.
Unfortunately, championships do not change hands on disqualifications. So still, your wrestling theology heavyweight champion, Calvin Tankman.
What a disappointing ending to a tremendous match between Calvin Tankman and Shane Mercer. Calvin continuing to take the bully's way, the coward's way out, by getting intentionally disqualified by hitting Shane below the belts. And what's he going to do now with a chair?
Now he's throwing a chair in the ring. And this is not, we don't have the standard metal folding chairs that you see at other wrestling shows. I mean, this is a chair for church. There's a Bible in the back of that.
And just insults, grabbing Shane by the beard.
Mr. Excitement back in the ring.
Oh, my word. Bravery beyond.
Oh.
And Calvin making Mr. Excitement pay with a vicious headbutt right to the chin.
Mr. Excitement trying to repay Shane Mercer for the save earlier.
Big chop, and you better believe Calvin Tankman will hit a man with glasses.
And I don't think it was very smart of, oh, and Shane making the save again.
Calvin beating a hasty retreat.
Grabbing his belt, though. That was very important for him.
Crowd taunting Calvin Tankman. Calvin insisting he made the smart decision, and unfortunately he may have been correct.
I'll show up in that ring. I'll make that money.
Well, he didn't get the winner's purse, but I guess he feels like making or being the champion will still get him enough.
Where did they find all these suckers? Calvin continuing to taunt Shane, taunt Mr. Excitement, taunt the fans.
Only the beginning for Calvin Tankman's reign.